Hey guys, welcome back to Skin Pixel. Today we're going to be checking out a new soldering tool, and this one comes in from a Etsy shop called GregsCraftShop. It's meant to heat the soldering joints on an analog stick all at once. That should make it a lot easier and a lot faster to do. But does it actually work? Let's find out. So here's the tool itself. It's essentially a specialised soldering tip that replaces the standard one on your iron. Where it differs from a standard tip, you've got the shaft, the soldering tip head, which makes contact with all the points on the analog stick, and the screw to bolt it all together. Normally you'd have to heat each of the joints individually using either a solder sucker, hot air station, or some wick to help you desolder the sticks. But that can be time consuming, so in theory, this should save us a lot of effort. Let's get it installed. It screws onto most standard soldering irons. We'll just need to take the shaft, pop it on the end there, and screw the base back on the soldering iron. You're going to need an Allen key when attaching it to the top. This will help you secure it in place. We'll get this switched on. We're going to set the temperature to around 350. So here we've got a donor controller, and you can see that it's got stick drift. So it's the perfect candidate to test out this new tool. So now I just need to break down the controller and get the board out. But I won't show you the entire process because we've seen that a million times. Now we've got the board of the DualSense out, you can see the main cause is likely to be a combination of all this hair, and also if we look inside of the potentiometer, you can also see just in there that the tracks are also worn out. This will be the main reason why we're replacing them. It's also an excuse to check out these new TMR sticks. I've not tried them yet, so be a little mini review on them as well. Before we can use the tool, I'm going to need to pre-tin it to ensure better heat transfer when it's in use. This step is important. If the tool isn't properly tinned, it won't heat all the joints evenly, which can make removal a lot harder. I'm just going to go around each joint, making sure each hole is filled, which is not an easy task in itself. Aha, it's a little bit of fork, so help. With the tip heated up, I'm just going to add a little bit of solder paste. I think that should help us just to get those holes filled in a little bit more. So it would seem that our soldering iron went into rest mode. So just letting it heat back up. And hopefully that should be high enough temperature now to just fill in these holes. There you go, that's working a treat now. Doesn't seem to want to take to every hole. Perhaps a little bit more flux would help. So honestly what you do is just line up the tool, split there for a second, and then eventually you should get, so So I'm not getting every joint there. Let's try that again. On this one, we're just going to try a little bit of low melt solder as well as some flux. Let's see if that makes it a lot easier to take it off. So grab the stick ready. Get it lined up. We're on about 350 on the temperature. The idea is to apply a bit of pressure and let the heat do its job. It should heat up all the pins at once, allowing for the stick to fall straight out. There you go, that makes it a lot easier. First impressions. Probably just takes a bit of practice just to get used to it. Doesn't look like it's come off super cleanly, but it's certainly come off a lot quicker than using a hot air station or just using a soldering iron alone. So for that, it is pretty good. Now one thing to note is that while this tool helps remove the sticks, you'll still need to clean up the solder pads. You can do this with solder wick and a desoldering pump, or even a hot air station if you want to get a really clean finish. And I do believe we've got a successful repair. You can see now when we use the analog sticks, there is no drift at all. I wanted to avoid using the hot air station or the electric desoldering pump. Just see how this process goes if you haven't got access to any other tools other than a soldering iron. I did find perhaps the heat transfer process wasn't perfect and some joints didn't come loose as easy as you'd hope. Overall, it does exactly what it's designed to do. It heats up all the joints at once, making removal quicker and easier than any traditional methods. If you work on controls often, it's a great addition to your soldering setup, and I think I'll be sticking with it as part of my workflow in the future. Just a quick test of the circularity on these Gimful TMR sticks. It's coming out pretty good, and I'd be happy for results like this on my own controls. And that is a job well done for these sticks, and also a job well done for this desoldering tool for the analog stick. While this tool isn't necessarily the easiest to use, GregsCraftShop has done a brilliant job with this part. It does make the process quick, which I found very useful, and will certainly be keeping it in my workflow. And that's it for this quick review. If you want to find where you can get it yourself, I'll leave a link in the description, and let me know in the comments if you've tried this tool before, or if you've got a different method of removing the sticks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more controller repair content. And if you need a controller repair yourself, head over to skinpixel.co.uk, where you can use code YTRepair10 and get 10% off your next repair. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.